What you'll notice from previous videos is that I hold my breath when I deadlift and when I lift in general. And this is very important. You need to be able to breathe correctly when you deadlift. And the way that you're going to do it is you're going to take a very big breath at the bottom, and when the bar is not at the bottom, you do not breathe. So I take a big breath. Then I breathe when I put the bar back down. And this is important because we want to make sure that everything that is not directly moving the bar is stable and rigid. And when you take a big breath and hold it, you're pushing air against the closed glottis in your trachea and creating a pressure cavity inside of your body. And so what this does is when you squeeze everything else, that is going to transmit force to the air that you're holding in, which is going to transmit force to your spine. And because you're applying pressure on multiple sides of the spine, you're actually stabilizing it. And this is really important because we don't want spine injuries when we deadlift. You'll notice one of the things I said in the previous video is that we don't want to go from a flat back
to a round back
in the middle of a deadlift. That's very important. And one of the ways that we facilitate that is by using the Valsalva, holding your breath, and getting that stabilizing pressure on your spine. So that's going to help you lift more, and it's going to keep your back safe. Really important. The conventional wisdom is that you're going to breathe in the middle of the lift. So for example, in the bench press, you're going to breathe in on the way down and breathe out on the way up. But as previously mentioned, this is not actually desirable. If you are having problems with dizzy spells, then you need to breathe more often. Mostly what I see with people being dizzy or being a little lightheaded is because they hold their breath for too many reps. So if they're doing a set of 5, they might hold their breath for the entire set of 5. If you're getting dizzy, don't do that. You need to break it up. Personally, I take a breath before every single deadlift. I finish the deadlift, put it down, I reset my back, my chest, and I take a big breath. And I breathe out when it touches the bottom. There's also something to be said for the safety of this. People think that the Valsalva is dangerous, and it is not. The thinking being that you can cause a pressure differential in your brain membrane and cause a stroke. This is not the case because in order to have a pressure differential, you need a difference in pressure on each side. And when you Valsalva, in your brain and in your skull, you have equalizing pressure. So you're not going to get any issues with stroking out, anything like that. For any of that, it's nonsense. It's been heavily debunked by many, many scientific studies, and it is not going to happen. It doesn't have a theoretical or practical basis. The fact of the matter is if someone's going to have a stroke, it's going to happen when they're doing anything. It's going to happen when they're going to the bathroom. It's going to happen when they're sleeping. It's just going to happen at any given time. And Valsalvaing is not going to cause you to have a stroke. So it's better force transmission, it is safer, and you're going to notice immediately when you use it that it's going to feel like the weight is lighter. It's going to take some getting used to in terms of the actual practice of it, but the weight is going to feel lighter when you pick it up. So try it out.